Football Friday nights recap. I was on mute, guys. Football Friday nights recap around the First Coast, guys. So we are tapping in with all the teams. We actually me and Arroyo went out to the Paxton game tonight, but we're locked in, man. We are locked in, loaded, ready to go. Um, so let's take a look at what we had around the way today. Let's take a look at what we had around the way. Just trying all these different assets here, man. Let's see what we got. Nope. Cool. All right, guys. So we are going to get right into it. Let's go ahead and see what we got. All right. The logo. Got to get the logo right, baby. All right. So let's take a look, man. Let's see what we got. Let's pull up some stuff today. Let's see what they got going on. Max Preps usually has everything. Florida football scores. Here we go. All right, guys. Let's see. Share screen. Let's see. That's fine. Perfect. Oh, it's on. Sorry, guys. Just trying to get everything rolling right now. Here we go. Wow. Here we go. Later. Okay, let's pull it back up. All right, let's try to do this again. Share that. Share. All right, guys. So here we go. Let's add it in. All right. So we're taking a look at some of the high school scores tonight. Let's see what we got going on the First Coast, man. So we're just going to run through it here. We got, scroll through till we start to see some of our guys in here. See Bishop Snyder, 42-6. Ed White and Atlantic Coast. I was listening to that one on the radio. Ed White Commanders, man, took a hold of that one, 48-21. And what is Ed White's? What's Ed White's? What's their record now, man? Yeah. We don't want the full subscription. All right, so 48-21. We don't have a final score yet for Sandalwood and First Coast. We got let's see, Inglewood and Paxton. I was at that game, 47-6. Paxton had a great game. Wonderful game tonight. It was rainy, so I believe a lot of teams ran the ball tonight really well. You got Orange Park and Westside, 45-6. Final score. You have, let's see, Episcopal and NFEI, 23-12. Episcopal came out on top on that one. And again, guys, we're just rolling through. I mean, I feel like this would be good to do every Friday. Why not? Let's hop in here and do it every Friday night. And why not, man? Go check out a game, hop in here, give you guys kind of some recap here to see what the final scores were for the night. In case you didn't know. Let's see. Some good ones around the state too, man. Osceola 40-0 against Seminole. What happened to Seminole, guys? What happened to Seminole? I mean, Seminole is a powerhouse. Osceola blanked them 40-0 tonight. Crazy. Again, don't forget, Rains and Rebalt tomorrow, Saturday. It is going down, guys. It is going down. That is the classic. Rains and Rebalt tomorrow, guys. On a Saturday, we got to love it. It's going to be a spectacle for sure. I know a lot of people going to that one. We are still waiting on the score. Fletcher, Flagler, Palm Coast. Let's see. We're still waiting on Fletcher, Flagler, Palm Coast. Let's see. Centennial. just kind of rolling through here, guys. It was a really rainy night, so you got to assume that a lot of people ran the ball tonight. I'm sure it was pretty rainy around the state. Um, Maybe up by Pensacola, they didn't have a ton of rain, but if you were on the east coast of Florida, you for sure had got a lot of rain. And even, I mean, it was coming across the state, so even on the Tampa side, I mean, they probably got some rain as well. So Bishop Kenny. So actually, I know the score of the Bishop Kenny Rickards game. I was listening to that on the radio on the way in. So that one ended, I believe, 56-6. Bishop Kenny beat Rickards. So Rickards not a very good team this year. I believe they're 2-5. Bishop Kenny, I believe, improved to 4-3 on the season. Don't quote me; I could be wrong, but I believe that's what they said. So you say, let's see, these are two really good teams here. You got Fort Walton Beach and you got Wakulla and a battle here in the third quarter, still going. That's a pretty late game. They must have well, if they had a 7:30 start, I guess that's not too late. Interested to see what St. Augustine did tonight. They've been on the tear. Let's see. Let's see. Again, guys, we're just taking a look at the scores tonight. If you're just joining us, we're doing this is the Friday night recap. We're taking a look at pretty much all of the high school teams around our area, and also checking out some premium highlight matchups around the state. Great football always on a Friday night here in the state of Florida. So cannot miss the chance to go ahead and check that out for sure. Let's see. You got Mandarin and Rockledge. I believe that game is probably just coming to a close right about now, but I believe a lot of and guys, a lot of these games are missing scores unless they started earlier. A lot of these games did start a little bit later, so we're not going to have the final scores just yet. But we should have them starting to come final here in a few minutes, as we just hit the 10 o'clock hour. So just keep in mind, everything's coming along. So you got Pensacola, Booker T, 23-14. I believe Mandarin was pretty much blanked Rockledge. Last I checked, I think they were up like 34-0. So that gives you an idea. Mandarin's probably going to roll in that one. And I think that was kind of winding down. Let's see. We're still waiting on Cocoa Beach, American Heritage, and Flanagan. That's usually a pretty good game. Lake Brantley, of course, powerhouse. Patriots, 43-7. I don't even know how to say that. Tahopa Kaliga. Don't even know how to say that. Didn't even know they played football. No, I'm kidding. I just don't know that school. I'm not gonna disrespect the Tigers or the Bengals, whatever that logo is. All right, keep it rolling. So you got Plant City, Lakewood. Let's see, what else do we have here? Let's see. All right, guys, I'm still going through. See if we see any more from around the area. We are looking at, let's see. All right. Sorry, guys, just checking the phone here. So let's see. We're getting some scores coming in here. All right. Dunbar Lehigh. Good game. IMG and Venice, IMG ranked number 1 in the state. Venice, 27. Handling Venice right now, 27-7. Looks like they're going to get out of there with that one. All right. Let's see. Lake Placid. There's a lot of schools, man, in the state of Florida. Holy cow. Weehawachee versus Liberty. Manatee 0. That's crazy. Columbia, man. Look at that. 35-0. IMG junior national team. Imagine you got a national team and a junior national team. That's nuts. Nuts. Turns out in Destin, they don't play football. Apparently, it's 58-0. Pensacola Catholic. Never heard of that school, so that should tell you something. Destin's probably pretty bad. Let's see. You got Palm Beach Christian Prep getting blanked. Immokalee, Cardinal Mooney handling business against Clearwater Central. Cardinal Mooney 42-21 in the fourth quarter. Looks like they're going to roll in that one. Lake Gibson and Bartow in a tight one. Looks like that one just went final. Let's see. Miami Palmetto and South Dade in progress. Let's just go to Jacksonville Metro, huh? Kind of get this thing kicked up. All right, guys, this is Jacksonville Metro, Eagles View. This is all from the Jacksonville area. Let's see. Sandalwood and First Coast still has not went final. Kip Bold City against Ridgeview. Kip has a really nice school, man, by the way. If you've never been to Kip, they got a real nice school. Wolfson rolls Stanton 45-8. Riverside and Trinity Christian. I can't believe both of those schools are so bad this year. I mean, it's crazy. 22-13. And let's see. I think that's National 25. National. Oh, they got the National 25 up here too. How about that? Man, Max Prep. I remember when Max Preps used to be terrible. They are getting so much better. And they've even in the GoFan app, they've integrated GoFan so you can actually like track everything live stream. They usually have somebody at the games kind of tracking everything. It's perfect. Mandarin still hasn't went final. Looks like Beachside just beat Tecoy Creek 38-14. Baker County 49-6. Matanzas 17-13. Providence beats Impact 34-12. Let's see. Palatka, number 10, Bradford. Young Kids in Motion. Never heard of it. That's crazy. Orlando Christian, Crescent City. Not familiar. Mount Dora 22-0 over Christ Church Academy. Let's see. West Nassau 52-0 over Keystone. West Nassau's been rolling this year, man. I'd be interested to see what their record is, but they are playing pretty good this year. I'll give them that. Let's see. Manatee. Let's see, guys. And again, if you're just joining us, we are doing football Friday nights here on the First Coast. So we're just recapping all the games right now, guys, just taking a look, checking everything out, seeing what's what on this Friday night. And we're kind of taking you into the midway into the 10-15 hour. And we're just checking everything out, man. Hopefully we'll be able to kind of grab, as we get going, we'll be able to kind of grab some players fresh off their games, send them a link, have them hop in and just kind of give us, that raw, raw kind of situation. Like, hey, we just hopped off the game. We just won. Be willing to, get that emotional take. I think that would be invaluable. So again, if you're just joining us, we are going over the First Coast Football Friday recap. And we're just kind of checking out all the scores around the area. They also got the national top 25 over here. So great to take a look at. I saw De La Salle play Lakeland a few weeks ago out in California. That was a banger. De La Salle, Lakeland tried to hold their own, but couldn't quite do it. But a lot of great games going on. Sierra Canyon, great, great, great. But going back to our games, I mean, last one I just checked was West Nassau, which they're rolling 52-0 tonight. As you can see, absolutely crazy. But these are our scores for tonight. So I'm just going through kind of slowly for you guys. You can kind of take a look. We didn't really have any like marquee big matchups this weekend in the city. Everything looks like it was either a blowout. It wasn't very close. You either came to play or you didn't. At the end of the day, so that's kind of what it's looking like right about now. So let's see. Let's take a look at the national schedule here. Let's kind of get into the top 25. Let's see. Let's get into the top 25. All right. St. Francis playing the First Academy. St. Francis, number 2 in the nation. I believe they're out of New Jersey, or either New Jersey or Baltimore area. Chaminade Madonna, 28-7 over Monarch. St. Thomas Aquinas, 63-0 over Hollywood Hills. I wonder if that's the Hollywood Hills or if that's a Florida team. Interesting. DeMatha over Riverdale Baptist. Got to think that maybe wasn't very competitive. Buford out of Georgia, 28-0 over Collins Hill. That's Travis Hunter's old team, Collins Hill. IMG playing Venice, 27-14. Venice looks like they just scored, so that game looked like it's still going on. Carrollton 48-9 over Westlake. And again, guys, these aren't necessarily, some of them are Florida scores, some of them aren't. Wow, St. Augustine is playing Edna Carr. Okay, let's get into that one. St. Augustine. Oh no, I'm sorry, that's St. Augustine. That's not our St. Augustine. That's St. Augustine out of New Orleans. Edna Carr. 35-14. That's Leonard Fournette's old school, St. Augustine High School, and out of New Orleans. You got Santa Margarita. Servite used to be a freaking. These are all West Coast games, so it's 10 o'clock, so they're just getting going. Starting at 7 in the West Coast block, so those won't go final until after midnight. So won't be able to kind of catch up on those. But Bishop Gorman, 6-0 over Palo Verde. Mater Dei just getting kicked off against Orange Lutheran. St. John's Bosco. J. Sarah Catholic, 14-0 over St. John Bosco right now, early in the first. That's interesting. Let's see. St. John's Bosco is actually ranked number 1 nationally right now. So that'd be a big upset. It's early, right? It's early. So be a big upset if it happened, but we'll see. We'll see what's going on. All right. All right, guys. So I think I think for the most part we kind of got the gist. We're still waiting on the Mandarin game to go final here. And just waiting on that one to go final. Let's see. All right. All right, guys. So we're just waiting for. I'm kind of waiting for last one. I'm kind of waiting on is for this Mandarin Rockledge game to go final. I believe last I checked, Mandarin was up 34-0. I believe that was at some point in the third quarter. So I expect them to roll in that one once the final comes in. All right, all right, all right, guys. It feels so good to be back on the live streams, man. It's been way too long. This is just kind of my natural habitat. This is where I like to be. I love football. Love football in the state of Florida, man. I love sports in general. I love connecting. I love having people on. So this has been a real treat just to be able to get back in and kind of get acclimated and kind of just really rebuild the brand and kind of reintroduce ourselves, the Duval podcast, and kind of all the things we're going to have on the prep side of things. A lot of Jaguar stuff, a lot of Duval stuff. Just really excited to do all those things. So um, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good, guys. So just excited, man. Really, really excited about that. So let's see. Let's see. Got the Friday night recap off and going, guys. We've been in here for about 20 minutes now. Most of these scores have gone final in the last few minutes. So we're still waiting on Sandalwood and First Coast to be reported. Again, just going to kind of run back through all these guys, and these are just featured games, right? These are just featured games, and these are all of these teams are ranked by Jacksonville, people. So kind of get an idea where you see those rankings. That's kind of their ranking in Jacksonville. So let's see. Hold on one sec, guys. I'm going to come right back. Sorry about that, guys. Had to get something to drink. Had to check on the kid. You know how that goes. So we're just waiting on a few of these scores to go final. Here, guys. So if you're just joining us, we are doing the football recap around the First Coast. So these are all your Friday night lights. Most of these scores have went final within the last 15 minutes. So that's kind of what we're going through right now, guys. So just bear with me, and we're kind of just going through this thing. So let's take a look. Still waiting on that Mandarin score to come in. Mandarin versus Rockledge. Last we checked, Mandarin was up 34-0, blanking Rockledge. Mandarin's on the road in that one. So you got Turquoise Creek, Beachside, took that one. Just kind of going over some of the notables. We're still waiting on Fleming Island and Creekside to go final. Bishop Kenny and Rickards, I mean, that one's been over for a while, for about 30 minutes now at least. Bishop Kenny won that one 56-6 against Rickards on the road. So big win for Bishop Kenny on the road. over there in Tallahassee. So really, really good for those guys. Let's see, we got Fleming Island, Creekside, Bradford, Fletcher. Waiting on Fletcher and Flagler Palm Coast. That's probably going to be a pretty good one. That's always a good game. Waiting on that one to go final. Waiting on Sandalwood and First Coast to go final as well. So as you can see, guys, we're just kind of hanging out on a Friday night. Where would you rather be? We actually went to the Paxson and Inglewood game. Paxson rolled over in that one. Very rainy. I assume it was rainy all across the First Coast tonight. So, yeah. Assuming it was very, very rainy all across the First Coast. So, a lot of running the football tonight, I would assume. Big night to know how to tackle. That's for sure. Need to know how to tackle tonight, guys. Got to know how to do that. Saw a lot of missed tackles, a lot of pick sixes. I assume a lot of people still tried to throw the ball, right? Still tried to throw the ball against all odds and threw some picks there. So had a lot of that going on. So yeah. All right. So we're just we kind of pretty much know everything that's going on right now. We are just waiting on a few scores. We know Mandarin was up big against Rockledge. Not quite sure what's going on with Fletcher, Flagler, Palm Coast at the moment. There have been no scores reported in that one. So I'd like to think that Fletcher took care of business in that one. They've had a pretty good year thus far. Really, really proud of this team this year. Proud of the teams on the First Coast this year. We haven't really had that one team that's kind of pulled away. Really looking forward to that Reigns Reebok game tomorrow at 2 or 3 o'clock. So that should be a good one. Looking forward to that. Big game in the city. That's the classic, man. Everybody's going to be outside. They're going to be outside for that one. See, we got Ed White 48-21. What's going on with Ed White this year, man? They've been rolling, folks, as of late. And then we can't call it with what's going on with Trinity Christian this year. I mean, Trinity Christian and Riverside are notably good programs around the First Coast year in and year out. But this year, man, the schedule, the results for them have been pretty porous. So not really sure what to make of it. I mean, I guess you could say they're in rebuilding years. They put out great talent into the collegiate ranks year after year after year. So, hey, I guess it happens to the best of us. Sometimes you don't reload. You just you kind of you take some time and maybe you have a down year and then you come back the next year. So it happens. So. But yeah, so pretty much rolling through everything. I mean, that's probably gonna be it, man. For now, a lot of these have went final around the city. Brunswick 26-14 still going. Mount Dora, Christchurch 22-0 over Christchurch. I mean, I think that one's probably going to go final here in a moment. I mean, I would think some of these have probably went final, just haven't been switched over yet, or will be going final in the next few minutes. So it's kind of what we're looking at. Let's see, Stanton, Wolfson. All right, guys. So I mean, we pretty much saw the recap of what happened tonight. It was a messy, rainy night around the First Coast. As you know, it's been raining all week. So, a lot of these scores are lopsided. A lot of these are not close. Camden County looks like they lost a close one against Richmond Hill, 20-24. But that being one of the notable closer ones tonight. Most of these were just far and away blowouts. Just this was a bring your lunch pail week with the weather. So, um, and that'll probably be more of the same when we get to one of the notable matchups of tomorrow night, which is the Florida State Miami game. So, really looking forward to that one. And we'll probably more than likely are going to drop a preview to that uh, probably right after this. So, really looking forward to that. And man, it's going to be a big weekend of football here on the First Coast and around the state of Florida. Florida State, Miami, huge game, huge showdown. And then on Monday night, prime time, baby, you got Jaguars versus the Kansas City Chiefs down at the bank, baby. You can't have anything better than that. So, wonderful night of high school football around the state of Florida, most notably on the First Coast as well. A lot of our teams getting wins on the First Coast, against some of these out of town teams. So that is a great sign. As you can see, just kind of running through one more time before we get out of here, guys. Again, really appreciate it. Really appreciate you, everyone, joining us tonight. We hope to be able to do this on a weekly basis, be able to kind of break this down and do a recap and really just kind of be, get back in the mix of everything, guys. I mean, we love football Friday nights in the state of Florida, especially on the First Coast. So thanks again, Tyrell from the Duval podcast. Marcus will be in here soon. We've just kind of been running, but Marcus will be in here real soon. We'll be breaking down all things Jaguars, of course, hopefully before that Monday night matchup. And yeah, guys, so we'll let you go. Again, another great night of football here on the First Coast, Friday night recap. And that's Tyrell from Duval Podcast signing off. Have a great night, guys. Thanks again.